Hey guys, I got myself a new gaming laptop and video editor. It's the MSI GE75 Raider, and I'm going to do a quick unboxing and review of this really fast processing laptop. So this is a desktop replacement, as you can see, but I mainly got this because of the lit keyboard and the fact that it's really cool. And it processes things really fast because I'm doing more YouTube videos. Anyways, I mostly work in the dark, so that's why this lit keyboard is very important, as well as those USB lights. $1,399, roughly $1,500 after taxes. They sell this online as well. I'll leave a few links below. But you know, those other very powerful computers that I could use, but oh well. Anyways, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, hit the bell button for more Costco finds, reviews, as well as DIYs. As you can see from the stats, you could also pause the video if you want to take a look at the stats again. It does use the latest, one of the very fast Nvidia RTX 2060 GPUs. And that's very important when I'm starting to do video editing, because now the video editors could actually process using GPU power. So anyways, let's go on right into it. Basically, the lit keyboard was what really sold me. I really needed a lit keyboard where I could program the keys to different colors. As you can see, I have the Insta360 1R as my new camera, as well as I do video editing as well as photo editing with this now. So I have it using the two USB 3 ports and the media drive. I still have this is basically my kind of portable desktop replacement, but if you think about it, the thing weighs pretty much, and you have to carry this 2-pound-ish brick of a power supply. Very power intensive, and indeed it needs it because it has a really powerful processor, and it gets really hot and has really powerful fans to make sure all the heat goes low. So here's the unboxing. It's pretty interesting. Cardboard box on the outside, a black cardboard box on the inside. Go ahead and slide it out, and it's really pretty simple. New laptops now don't give you much of anything other than the laptop, the power supply, and power cord, and some minor instructions. But opening this thing up, we have the more cardboard, we have an instruction set, and also the laptop. So the laptop itself is actually covered in plastic, and well as this nylon-ish plastic wrap or sleeve as well. So the sleeve, not really that useful to me, probably keeps the dust out. But the power supply brick, pretty heavy, feels like 2 pounds. The laptop itself feels about like 5.5 pounds or so. It's a pretty heavy laptop, but then it does have a pretty large base and stuff. This is a 17-inch monitor, and this brick of a laptop uses a lot of it has batteries in it, but don't expect it to go over like 4 or 5 hours. You could probably put it on battery save mode and you probably could do 5 hours, but if you're using like what I'm doing in heavy duty processing, it's not gonna last 5 hours. It's probably more like a 2-hour thing plugged in, after you disconnect it. Good for like a UPS. It comes with a microfiber cloth for the screen, which I'll just put that aside. The keyboard is really large. I like the fact that it has a separate keypad, so when I do my reports and also Excel, I can still do that. And small little webcam on the top. That's cool. It works. I have my own 4K webcam a little later, and overall it's pretty cool. Now compared to my old 17-inch Asus Gaming Republic of Gaming, whatever that thing was, it is smaller because the bezel is way thinner than that of the other one. The other one had the bezel of a centimeter around it. So yeah, and also compared to my Razer Blade, I think 1060 RTX, this was about 3 years ago or more, probably. Very fast. It's probably still going to be my portable unit if I'm traveling, but it's pretty slow now compared to this new processor. It's roughly, I think, probably 2018 or 2016. I bought it a few years ago. So, but it's good for a portable unit. It's very sleek, very minimal design. I love it. But if for gaming and for working at night, this will probably be it because the processor is so new and so fast. Anyways, it doesn't fit in my larger backpack and Timbuktu packs, so it's probably not going to travel with me as much. If it does travel with me, it's probably going to go into a case like this, which is like a 20-inch roller that's meant for luggage, so you could actually bring it to TSA. I did go to the thrift shop and bought some older luggage, which actually fits. You can find all this stuff at a thrift shop like 20 bucks or whatever, or even buy a new one online for probably 50 or 60 bucks. This one is an old Targus case I had for a long time. It's probably over 10 years old, and it still works because it's armored as well. It's meant for a 17-inch or 15-inch with power supplies and cables, but it works perfectly for this GE75 Raider. And this Raider, even though it's a 17-inch, it fits in like a 15-inch case, which is nice. So let's go about the thing about it. Lit keyboard, USB 3, Wi-Fi, and also Bluetooth, latest Bluetooth. It has all this fun stuff. What I did like about it is that it had really good keys, as well as programmable keys, and a big mouse pad and clickable buttons for the mouse pad. Again, I'm using my Sony 1000 HX, as well as my USB hub, my simple USB 3 hub, and it has enough ports to do most of what I need to do in terms of a laptop replacement or a desktop replacement. And with a 17-inch screen, I really don't need a secondary monitor if I don't need one, but I could probably use this for most things. The brick is very heavy and it gets kind of warm, but overall it supplies a lot of power to this little baby. So very, very cool in terms of that. So let's see. On the underneath, there's a lot of vents and stuff. So you might want to, make sure you keep that nice and clear. You don't want to put it on your lap. It does get really warm. Not much it blocks a lot of these vents. So just keep it on a table. And it has these weird looking footprint and these huge fans at the back. There's like some sort of heat tunnel that comes with too. And you can just basically turn on the Cooler Blaster 5 and it basically just sucks the air out to the front, blows out to the side and back. Very, very cool. I really do like how they kept it really, really cool in terms of fast power sources or some other, it's in the back. It looks really cool too. Anyways, metal on top and plastic for the bottom chassis, but definitely around the bezel and the back hinges is all metal. As you can see, there's a RJ45 port, a USB-C, a mini display port, and also HDMI, as well as discrete audio ports for in and output for mics, as well as a media port and 2 more USB 3 jacks. So pretty awesome in terms of that. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at how big this battery powered brick is. Like I said, this is a desktop replacement. It does have this big brick, no problems. It's probably gonna travel with me some for larger trips, but most of the time it's gonna go into my luggage because it's so darn heavy. And if I do travel, I'll probably use the Razer blade more often. But the reason why I bought this is the high CPU power and processing power for Premiere and video editing and stuff like that. You can pre-program these keys to be different colors, and the fact that everything's click button is really good. I like the fact that no fingerprints show and that my finger goes over the mouse really well, and it's very sensitive for the mouse pad. And there are 3 buttons up there: power and the keyboard lighting, and also cooling fan. So those 3 buttons will actually turn on the cooling fan if needed. There is lights for the USB, which you could change the lights for the USB. I think they're mostly turned red, but I don't think you could change that. The only thing that you could change the color is for the USB port is that it basically breathes or turns off or has it really bright. So individual keys is also lit, and also the back emblem is lit as well. So pretty cool. So around the back and about the front, like I said before, I really do like the setup. Now, the main thing, of course, is this, the processing. Now, if you can see it, 16 gigs. I don't know if I can upgrade this or not, but I don't think I need to. I bought it so it's nice and fast. As you can see, if I use 2 video editing windows and just to import my video and stuff and process it, it uses that GPU a lot. When turning on Premiere and starting to render stuff, even with just 2 windows running, it's already hitting 30% of the GPU and 30% of the CPU. And this is not even at high power yet. If I start rendering, it goes up all the way to like 70-80%, and that's perfect because it renders my output of this 5-minute video or 10-minute video very, very quickly. It took it like less than a minute to process out. And to be honest, that's why I bought this. It's meant for my new video editor. It's probably gonna stay in my house pretty much all the time unless I actually need this for high processing, away, if I'm going on to a long vacation or work or whatever. Anywho, that's really about it in terms of processing. I bought this for Premiere, and it could basically, compute this stuff really quick. I'm showing you this monitor because it has this MSI, control panel and monitor, which is really cool. And the reason why I bought this was video editing and gaming. I'm probably gonna do some gaming, but not crazy gaming like what more people who buy this thing for. But if you're processing video and a lot of computer processing, this is a perfect computer for you. And like I said, it's a great value at $13.99 versus like if you went with like the MSI Prestige, which is closer to around I think 17 or 1800. But it does have more memory. But I'll leave a few links for those too. Those are pretty awesome machines too, and they're very sleek, just like the Razer blade that I have. But anyways, I think that's cool. I think you guys get it. I'm basically getting this as a video editor, and it's colorful. It's really well lit, really loud loudspeaker, which is really cool, and the fans are great. You customize a lot of things for gaming in terms of profiles, as well as set user preferences for how, if you want to slightly overclock the GPU or something else like that. It's all in the advanced settings, but you can actually set this for a quiet mode, for battery save mode, for balance mode, and I thought that was really awesome. You could do a lot of customization with this gaming laptop, but mostly for the GPU for the advanced one. You could set to go to turbo, as well as change when the fans will turn on and what temperature it will turn on as well. So very advanced in terms of what you could do and customize with this thing. But if you keep on going, I usually use it you can set to that cooler mode and turns on the fan really loud. And as you can see, you can actually set different temperature when the fan goes faster or slower, which I thought was pretty cool for the GPU and for the CPU temp speeds. So anyways, let's see what else is there. I'm gonna go ahead, and there's other things you could change, like the various RGB modes and color, so you get really good color matching and stuff. So yeah, I'm just gonna set it to sRGB for what I usually do, but you can set it to cinema mode or gaming mode as well. Like I said, there's other profiles you can set, so it's meant for the gamer. Whether it's a different type of game and stuff, you can actually set it. There's also keys for your Windows key, as well as functions keys where you turn off the webcam or turn off any other stuff, or turn on the brightness level of the keyboard or the USB ports, which is really cool. So you control all that from this this control panel. I thought it was really neat. And let's see what else we have. I think I want to show you the other fun stuff. The battery power too. Let's find that. So back to the monitor. Okay, so battery. I've seen some reviews and they said, oh, you only could charge up to 80%. Well, you can actually choose between mobile, which you could charge up to nearly 100%, and a balance, which charges to 80%-ish, and then like a battery saver, which charges only to like 50 or 60%. It's meant to save the battery. So you can actually change those features and configurations on that. Also, you can also do a battery balancing or configuration, after every 3 months, which is really cool. It's meant that you could be plugging this in most of the time, so I would set to save the battery, switch to 50%, because you're never going to use it that way. You're using it as a temporary UPS. But for if you're doing mobile, go ahead and switch it to 100%. Just take it on to your train trip or whatever, and then switch it back later. Anyways, you can turn on the fans with that little button to the side. I took forever to figure out what those 3 buttons were. The first one was power, the second one was the keyboard, switching between modes of different color modes, and the last one is how to turn on that fan. So if you turn on the fan, your goes from super cooler mode, which is really loud, which is nice because it cools down everything really quick. And also there's other things where you can switch the Windows key or turn off the Windows key, or switch the keys from the function to Windows, which the placement's kind of weird. So you can see on this side, you could see there's a function key and not a Windows key, and that's normally a Windows key. That's how I'm more used to. So I switched that to a Windows key. So you can do a switch for that. And if you press like the function key, it actually lights up the other functions buttons, which shows in red. I love that feature because you can see what the heck to change and the other functions for the actual laptop. So this is really well designed in terms of what they did and thought and stuff. So this is my first MSI laptop that I bought. The other ones I've owned was a HP, which is okay, but it's pretty much your under $1,000 HPs I've owned, and also my Zeus Republic of Gaming one. That was 5 years old. Not much configuration with that one either. In fact, I didn't really like it for the past 5 years, so I'm glad I got this one, and I'm glad I got the Razer one. That's highly customizable, but it was really pricey. So as you can see, I'm changing the colors for the keyboard so it works for Premiere, because I'm learning Premiere again. I haven't played with Premiere Pro in a while, so I'm pre-lighting those keypads and ports for the in and out buttons, as well as other fun stuff. As you can see from this video, I could actually change the keyboard mapping as well as the bindings. But there's also this audio visualizer too, which is really cool. Is a part of an add-on app. So if you're just using this as a to see the visuals of your audio when you're playing the audio, it just shows up on the keyboard. I thought that was really cool. It's a really neat function. Or you just turn on to the rainbow mode or roulette mode or whichever of these colorful modes, and it's just really nice. Anyways, guys, making more videos, so like, subscribe, hit the bell button. All this video takes a lot of processing, so I'm glad I got this new laptop, and it just cuts my work time in pretty much less than a fraction. So check out the other videos I've made and more of the bike videos, because that all requires a lot of editing work and processing. So again, I can't wait to make more videos with us. This will definitely help me out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, subscribe if you did, leave some comments below, as well as hit the bell button. And a big thank you to all 10,000 plus subscribers to the SterlingW channel, whether it's Costco finds, product reviews, unboxings. It's really cool to have a good following and stuff, and it really does help the algorithm if you smash that like button or subscribe, because the more subscribers the better. Anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Look out for more DIYs and search my channel for more fun stuff. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.